Welcome into the Bucknuts Morning 5, Bucknutters. I am editor Dave Biddle, flying solo here this morning. On the show today, we're going to talk about Malik McDowell, Jamarco Jones, and whether Urban Meyer will say Chris Ash is running the defense, and we get a chance to speak with Urban Meyer on Wednesday for the first time since the Chris Ash and Larry Johnson hirings. Up first, Malik McDowell took his official visit to Ohio State over the weekend. Both parents were with him. He will decide on signing day between Ohio State, Michigan State, Florida State, and Michigan. Bill Kurelic has his wildly popular What I Am Hearing up on the site right now. If you're a subscriber, you're going to want to check that out. He has the inside scoop on Malik McDowell's visit to Ohio State. It seems to be trending Ohio State's way for whatever reason. I'm pessimistic here a little bit. I definitely think Ohio State has a good chance here, but I don't know where he's going to go. But just for some reason, I don't think Malik McDowell is going to be a Buckeye in the end. And if you've been following what I've been saying about Jamarco Jones, I've been saying he will be a Buckeye the entire time. I never bought he was going to go to Michigan State. He took his official visit to Michigan State this weekend, and I think it was a courtesy visit. I think the offensive tackle from Chicago, number 4 offensive tackle in the country, according to 24/7 Sports Composite. I think he will be a Buckeye. I'm very confident about that. He has a lot of friends from the Chicago area that are going to be Spartans, and he's very close to the coaching staff, and there's definitely a chance that Jamarco Jones could pick Michigan State, but I think he will be a Buckeye in the end, and that's going to be huge for Ohio State. They needed to sign a good offensive line class, and they're going to. This is an excellent 5-man offensive line class. 2 of them have already enrolled at Ohio State, and I'm just very excited about this offensive line haul that the Buckeyes are going to land. And make sure you keep it locked to Bucknuts. We're going to have our signing day primer on the site later today. If you're a subscriber, you're going to want to check out our signing day primer. We're going to lay out everything we're going to do on signing day for you here at Bucknuts. As far as audio, we're going to have 2 podcasts, and they're going to be lengthy podcasts. We're going to have one in the morning, and we're going to have one at the end of the day wrapping everything up. So there's going to be staff roundtables as promised. So those of you who've been clamoring for longer than 5-minute podcasts, you are going to get your wish on signing day ×2. So look forward to that. If you're not a Bucknuts subscriber, try our 7-day free trial. Takes you through signing day, takes you through the recaps of signing day in the following days. So make sure you try our 7-day free trial if you're not a Bucknuts subscriber. Final topic. Part of signing day activities, like we said, we're going to have the presser with Urban Meyer. First time we're going to get a chance to talk to Urban Meyer since he hired Chris Ash and Larry Johnson. We're also going to get a chance to talk to Chris Ash and Larry Johnson for the first time. Now, my big question is, will Urban Meyer flat out say Chris Ash is running the defense? Now, my guess is no. I think he will say it's a collaborative effort. And I know Urban Meyer is a noted straight shooter. Believe me, I get that. I talk about that all the time. He is a straight shooter for a coach. Let's keep that in mind. He's a straight shooter for a coach. And they've gone to these lengths, to protect Luke Fickell. And I think Luke's a man's man. I don't think Luke requested this at all. Okay, for those who think that Luke Fickell requested this, no, nobody. This is other people who have a lot of respect for Luke, who wanted to let him down easy and not make it public that he was taking a demotion. At least that's my opinion. And I think we'll hear Urban Meyer say it's a collaborative effort on defense, but Chris Ash was quoted in the Columbus Dispatch. He was flat out asked, will you call the defense? And Chris Ash's response was, those things will sort itself out. Chris Ash would not have said that if he wasn't running the defense. If Luke Fickell was running the defense, why would Chris Ash say that? Urban Meyer would ream him up and down for saying that if it wasn't true. Why not just come out and say Luke Fickell's running the defense if Chris Ash is asked that? I don't know if we're going to get the straight answer on Wednesday, but the questions will be asked. I will ask them myself if nobody else asks them, and it's going to be fun finally getting a chance to talk to Urban Meyer about those 2 hirings. Buckeye Nation has received the hirings very, very well, and Larry Johnson can hopefully help seal the deal with Malik McDowell. Maybe I shouldn't be so pessimistic when it comes to Malik McDowell with Larry Johnson being his main recruiter, but we'll see what happens with Malik McDowell. But I'm really looking forward to signing day, everything we're going to have on Bucknuts. I'm looking forward to going over, and it's one of the coolest things to cover every year is the signing day press conference, because the coaches can finally talk about these kids. They haven't been able to talk about these kids to the media the entire time, and we're finally going to get a chance to talk to the coaches about these players. We're going to get a chance to talk to some of the early enrollees, hopefully guys like Raekwon McMillan. There's a total of 7 early enrollees, and they said there's going to be a handful of those guys available to us, so make sure you check Bucknuts. We're going to have wall-to-wall coverage on Wednesday for signing day. And like I said, check our site later today. We're going to have our signing day primer laying out everything we're going to have on the site for our Bucknuts subscribers.